Hey, welcome to another weekly wrap up. Now we are live in Getting Started in Crypto. We are live on X, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and YouTube. I think I got them all. So welcome to another week. Now we've had a bit more green. It's a bit more happy out there. So let's see where that green is going, because we've got 90 days of tariff halts, and hopefully China's not dumping down on everyone. Well, hopefully they are in a way, because the DXY is dying, and we want the DXY to always die, because that means crypto goes up, DXY goes down. So that's what we want to see. So let's jump into Bitcoin and see where we're going this week. So this is our bounce. We've bounced on our diagonal. This is a 4-hour Femex chart for anyone that wants to follow this, because they will have slightly different sort of figures and stuff, not by much, but a little bit sometimes. So with that being said, we're outside of the first resistance. We're on the second resistance, and we are resisting the second resistance, which if you're in Getting Started in Crypto, you would have had my squiggles, and it's perfectly followed my squiggles so far. We've probably got one more little pullback in this region before we get another move upwards. We'll probably get another tether print. This was a tether print in the making. So we had, I think it was 1.5 billion in tether and USDT printed, and market went boom. So MACD says that this is still really bullish. Let's take it up to the daily. And we are looking really good now. We've got some nice moves. We want to hold off from these MAs doing a death cross. So we don't want to see that. We want to see those fan out and BTC continue higher. Now we have a pivot sitting at around 89,630, depending on where you are, which is going to be right in the middle of the 100 and 200 MA. And we ideally want to see that continue. Now, on the daily as well, the stock is sort of turning down a little bit. That's likely because we've still got a little bit more of this sideways action, more than likely to happen unless we get tether print. Stock can go quite sideways for quite some time. RSI has heaps and heaps of room to go. And the MACD is starting to fan out. So this is still looking really bullish. This is just a pullback, rather, looking really good. So on the daily, we've got the 9 and 21 EMAs, so exponential moving averages, which are just about to cross. So that normally triggers all the algorithmic traders and that sort of stuff to buy. So especially on the daily. So that is looking really good. So when we go to the BLX, the Bitcoin Liquid Index monthly chart, and we sort of assess where we are with this, we had a really strong bounce on that support. So this is our 2021 high. This is our March 24 high. And we've come back down and we've retested that 2 times, and it's looking solid. May get one more retest to that region. It's likely. It normally gets 3. The 4th one normally breaks down. We don't want a 4th one. 3 is okay. So looking good. Bitcoin dominance has hit the resistance. So ideally, if the market kind of gets really bullish, this is going to break through, and we're heading to 73. Now that's going to make alts bleed if that happens right now. So we don't want that to happen right now. We want to pull back first. We want to see alts move. We want to see those really, really oversold sort of alts just like flattening out and getting some volume, and BTC dominance pulling back. So ideally, we would like to see it pull back to about 57. We don't want to see it break out at this point, because breaking out at this point like I said, alts go down. Total has broken out, retested, so far holding above the wedge. We want that to continue, obviously. So while these patterns stay bullish, this is the 90-day where we got to make some money. We've got a whole heap of FOMC meetings this week. So they're going to make the market really, really choppy as well. So just be aware of that. And the other one to watch is gold. So this is not financial advice, because I need to stipulate this because it's not crypto. It's just a chart pattern that I've been noticing and looking at. So this is the monthly as well. And it's been in this beautiful channel, and our indicators are starting to really, really flare out and look really green on the RSI down here. But we had a beautiful retest of this channel support and like a breakout, essentially. We may get one more retest. So this is going to be sort of a telltale sign to what Bitcoin's going to be doing, because, we're kind of seeing that momentum sort of starting to build for Bitcoin, and we should start to see some breakouts soon, I would think. The other one that's really ugly, and under a resistance, this is daily. We've got really high stock, hasn't crossed down yet, still fanned up, which means we hopefully, fingers crossed, will break out of this resistance. A little bit of sideways. Sideways is usually the easiest way to break out. Now, look at this on the daily. So our RSI is still super, super low. So there is so much room for Ethereum to move if they can just get their act together. And it looks like it might be starting to change momentum. So Ethereum might be one to watch. It might be one that gets some volume kind of moving into it. The MACD is crossing, our islands are flipping, and super low, as I said, on that RSI. And as soon as we can break out, let's just measure that price range. There's kind of a 30% movement here to the next resistance for Ethereum. So that's going to be quite a tough resistance, that next one, because it has had quite a few tests. So I would say something similar to BTC. We're coming up, we're hitting that resistance, a couple of like wiggles, and then head up. So ideally, that's what we want to see for Ethereum. It's just been so slow and so horrible at the moment. So yeah, come on Ethereum, let's go. Now, I also need to remind you guys, Femex are like helping us with getting you guys into trading, and you can get free signals. All you have to do is sign up to Femex, use the GSIC referral code, and then head to our page and click the free signals link and fill out the form. Boom, deposit $1,000 into Femex, start trading, and you'll get free signals, free scalp signals. So yeah, they've been super awesome and making lots of money for everyone. So make sure you do it. You have nothing to lose. It's free. So get in there and use Femex. So if you are in a location where you don't think you can give it a try, I'm sure you can. So yeah, jump onto Femex. So back to my charts. I've got lots. So Twitter went crazy and, whoops, hang on. There we go. Let's play with the things. Hang on, no, this way. So Twitter went crazy, and I've got a whole heap of charts for you guys. So I'm going to try and get through those really quickly. And Sadie, I got your request for Omdo, and I can see him in the chat. So I will get that for you as well. Okay, so let's go straight to Solana. Now, Solana has had a really nice bounce. I'm not 100% sure it's finished. It's sort of correction as yet. It's at a resistance. So possible pullback in this region. It still has lots and lots of bullish divergence happening. MACD looks good. Stock is looking overbought. So that means usually a little bit of a pullback coming, just to let all the other alts catch up. And yeah, so just what I would say, we're just going to pull back in this region, fill this out a little bit, pop over, retest, and off we go. So we've probably got a little bit of choppy week just due to the FOMC stuff. So just be aware of that. Don't jump into the market and go, oh my God, it's super bullish, I'm going to put all my money in there. So just a little bit of caution still in this region. We do have 90 days, but yeah, still be cautious, because you want to be making money. You don't want to be losing money. That's ideally what we want to see. So this is Ondo. This is for you, Sadie. So beautiful. This is like the most beautiful chart ever. Like, you can see that it's got 5 clear waves. WXY can live with that sort of wiki bit. But WXY coming up, we've broken the pivot. So this is our wave 1. So yeah, we just need to hold the low. This is going to retrace a little bit. More than likely could be a 4th wave here, and 1.15 is next. But this one looks like it could be a really good signal soon. It's got a really lovely pattern. Now, onto Twitter. So CKB has a pivot at 005640. Needs to break that to even be bullish. This isn't a bullish chart as far as I'm concerned as yet. So breaking that region, I'll change my mind. And then it's got the next pivot at 011693. Luxo or LYX. Now this one's super ugly. You can see that it just went down to Funky Town. So literally what happens with these, all the investors come in, they go, yeah, this hits the market, pumps up. The investors then sell because they've got, I don't know, maybe a month, maybe 2 that they have to hold their tokens. They then sell it, and they keep selling it, and they keep selling it. And you guys are like, holy shit, what the hell's happening here? And you're like, oh my God, I got to sell my bags. Then it pumps because some of the investors buy back in. And you're like, oh no, holy shit, I got to buy back in. So you buy at the top, and then it keeps going down. And then you guys sell at the bottom. And they're like, what happened there? Lost all my money. So have a plan. Don't just jump into these coins. This is like a new coin, fairly new. When we're sort of looking at patterns on the daily. Yeah, so it needs to really, really break some pivots, keeps just going down, is not sort of, showing lots of liquidity. The only thing at the moment that's giving me a little bit of hope here is it's holding the RSI on those levels. It's got bullish divergence, starting to sell down on the MACD. So just be careful here. It's still fanned out, but it is starting to sort of pinch down. If that pinches down, you want to get out, because this is going to keep going down. It's not going to be it's not one that I would buy, to be honest. So it's not the most unbelievable pattern where I go, whoa, I'm going to make some money. So yeah, I did see OM with lots of charts and lots of stuff. It looks like it rugged. So I'll quickly pull that up. We're seeing Dylan on there. So it looks very ruggy. But it actually held pattern perfectly. So the break point on this chart was 366. If you go back through some of the old, if you're in GSIC, this chart would have been there. I would have done it for somebody. But literally, it's come back down. If they can get their act back together, like, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked into what happened with the team. I haven't looked with what happened at all. But looking at the chart, it's like perfectly bounced on the pivot. So whether that was a team sell-off, whether it was, you know, a whale sell-off, unknown, or a hack or something like that, it did bounce on that pivot on the weekly. So if we go, I'm going to drop it back down to 4 hourly. Still looking kind of ugly, not looking great. Really, 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 really oversold. Went down to like about 3 on the RSI. So that's kind of why, you know, when it got down to 3, people went, okay, that RSI is really low. That kind of happened with Luna, where people were like, whoa, that's the lowest RSI. I think Luna went to like 1 when it was dying. And there was funny story. There was, I think I was in Croatia or Portugal, can't remember, one of the two, at a conference, and there was these 2 crazy guys there, and they were adamant that we're going to get rich from Luna crashing. So I don't know if they ever did, because I didn't keep in contact with them, but they were buying every single dip. So, and like this, so every single dip, and selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. And literally that's what a lot of traders do. So they wait for RSIs to get like this, then they sell, and then they dump it back on you guys, because you were like, whoa, there's a green candle, I must buy that. So look at that. That's like a 200% bounce. Like, so for anyone who just was watching that, knew where that pivot was, had some orders there, 200% bounce, and then out, flip it and out. So that's really, really looks manipulated, if you ask me. So yeah, not a great one. PYR broke the low, not one I would be touching. This is Vulcan Forged. So this is a WXY, but it's gone below the original pattern. So there might be a chart that shows that this goes lower. This is like a DEX chart or something like that. That is older than this. So it may not have broken the low. But for me, this is probably another one of those ones I'd be like, thank you, bye. Not looking great at the moment. CAS, this is one that looks really lovely. So it has bounced on the support and the pivot. If you were in Getting Started in Crypto, this is a chart I did a while back for somebody, and it has perfectly bounced on that pivot. The next break point for this chart, for this to be bullish, is 15626. Breaking that, it's going to go into a full bull run. VET, so this is VeChain, is looking like this could be a wave 1 coming down for the wave 2. It's done 100% retrace. That's not unusual for a wave 1 in a new cycle. So that's why we take profits at wave tops, and you know, we keep moving our stop loss. If you're not sure where those wave tops are, you just keep moving your stop loss up, and you put it underneath the pivot. So I'm just going to quickly show you what a pivot is on a wave. So this is a daily chart. You can see that it comes down. So this is our wave 1, and it comes down and it pivots. So when you hear me say pivot, that means it's an Elliott wave pullback, and it literally comes back, pivots on that point, and goes up again. So if you were in this trade and this happened, you bought somewhere down here and you wanted to hold this longer term, you would put your stop loss under that pivot, and then you'd like let it run up a bit, and then you'd let it come down, and you'd be like, okay, this is taking off again. I'm going to move my stop loss to under this pivot. So then it keeps going and it keeps going, and you see there's a break point here and it's looking very bullish. So you put your stop loss under that pivot. At this point, you need to know a little bit about how to put some Fibonacci on, how to sort of, you know, understand what you're doing. You know, grab, like most exchanges have TradingView integrated, so you can do that on TradingView. and you can go, okay, wow, this has gone past the 1618. At this point on the daily, like when we're getting to this level, we've got an RSI that is sitting at 86. And you're like, holy shit, this is going up forever. Oh my God, I'm going to be rich. VeChain's going up forever. And then all the traders go, oh, that RSI is sitting at 86. I'm going to sell that. And you're like going, no, it's coming down. So, but if you had a stop loss and you've put it under these pivots, then at very worst, you'd be sitting at about 5, 6, and you've bought down here and you've made a really nice profit. So you're probably sitting at, 170%. Nice. But if you're a trader and you knew, oh, that's at 86, that's getting a little bit hot, you're at 274%. So this is why you need a little bit of education in trading to understand what the market is doing. So that's it. It has come back down, should bounce in this region. Next kind of range for VET is sort of looking at about 41. It's going to have a hard time crossing these MAs first. It'll probably come up to this region. Looking likely, because this is a daily and the 921 EMAs have crossed. So it's going to fight with those MAs before it heads up higher. So that's kind of what's in store for VeChain. Jasmy has had a really strong bounce from the 0.9 fib. Now, this should pull back in this region. So a lot of these coins are looking like they've either done like an impulse or the start of a B wave. So if this was an A, could be going into a B, which means it's probably going to about 38,038, and then may come back for a C wave. So that might take the next 90 days, and we're just getting B waves here, and then we've got one more pullback, one more major pullback on alts and BTC. Litecoin, sideways forever, didn't break the pivot, touched the pivot, didn't break it. So 147 was that pivot. Now it is kind of just sideways, pulling back, very choppy in this region. I do think Litecoin may get to about 98, return back down again. So it is looking quite good on the RSI. It's got some support there. I hear everyone, no, you can't put support on an RSI. Yes, you can put support on RSI because it will normally bounce in those regions. So MACD still looking really choppy for Litecoin. It hasn't got a clean pattern. It just, like, the indicators are chopped up and it's just not looking clean. Again, the same as BTC, we don't want that 100 and 200 to cross down. Zen, which is one of my faves. They are looking really good. So fighting with the MAs at the moment, should break through. Reason being is on this 4-hour chart, the stock has crossed up. So it should see a little bit of momentum happening. We've got the MACD slowly turning. We just need to get some volume back into Zen, and then these MAs should cross. When we go take that up to the daily, we do have a cross. So it's not going to like have this massive run. It may get to retest those MAs, which is about 13. So, which is quite a nice bit of profit over the next little bit. So, which is about 65%. So that's not bad. It's going to see a little bit of sideways first. It does need a little bit of consolidation here, although the 4-hour is starting to look a bit more like it's gaining momentum. So just be aware. And last but not least is Link. Now, Link loves a channel. So we had a channel here. We've got another channel here. So we could come back to about 12.2 before continuing up. So this is a signal in it getting started in crypto. We've done target 1 and we're continuing up. So if you're trading thousands to millions, that now works in getting started in crypto where we're trading target 1. So this would have been a 10%. Now, if you're compounding at 10% every sort of 7 to 10% every trade rather than the 3%, it's going to take you about 100 to 150 trades to get from 1,000 to 1 million, provided the market stays like this. And yeah, so everyone should be doing that. It's only $49 to join and to do that per month, and worth it as far as I can see. And yeah, we've just revised the strategy. So if you're interested in having a look at that, it is 1000tomillions.com, and check that out. Check out the strategy, check out how it works. You can do it by yourself. You can buy my book and get the emotional sort of guidance and that sort of stuff, because as you get more and more money, you go, oh my God, this is so much money. I don't know what to do with this. So the book will help you out with that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Don't forget Femex, free signals from getting started in crypto, and get on Femex and start trading. So yeah, so there, lots and lots and lots and lots of alts. Thank you everyone for joining me again, and you'll find me on Twitter. And if I've missed anything, I'm sorry. I had so many requests today, but yeah, I'll be back next week. And I put up on Sundays that I'm going to be doing this, so make sure you jump on, put some requests in there. Try to get through as many as possible today. And yeah, I'll see you on Twitter. I'll see you on YouTube. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll see you everywhere. I'll see you on gettingstartedincrypto.com.